Mark, it starts tomorrow. Is everything going to be ready?
Well, I think so. Certainly my bit, because Peter took over running it last year, and this is his second year. And I think last year was a big learning curve, and I think he's got his ducks more in a row this time. And my bit's the cross country, and we've had a good week with that, and the footing's fantastic for the horses, and we're all set.
Yeah, we had that really dry spell a couple of weeks ago, but we've had plenty of rain since. Has that made conditions perfect?
For me, yes. for the horses, today it's probably the footing's as good as it'll ever be. It's dry today. Then if we get another shower before the weekend, it'll be so much the better. But we're treating the ground now, so I think come what may, the horses will have great footing to run on.
And treating it, is that aerating it, or are you having to irrigate?
No. Unfortunately, 600 feet up in the Cotswolds here, we don't have any water, so just aerating it.
What's new about the course this year? Because course designers, they keep a lot the same, but they always like to put in one or two extra new little challenges for the riders.
Well, I've just changed the layout a bit down on Evening Banks. We had a sort of roundabout there last year, which the riders didn't like quite so much. So I've just changed it, and so they go down, come up the hill. They've got an extra hill this year, which again might not be very popular, but horses have to be fit going around here. And the riders have to put their big boy, big girl pants on and grit their teeth galloping down the hills.
Because it is a steep course, which it's the steepness of the bowl which makes it great for spectators, but also that's kind of the test for the rider and the horse, isn't it?
Yeah, 25 miles an hour down that hill when you're on 1,000 pounds a horse, it can get exciting sometimes.
In terms of entries, how happy have you been with entries this year? Because obviously it's the stars of the sport who bring in the spectators.
Yeah, I mean the championships are sort of normal, average. The one that's disappointing has been the British Open. We've got probably our lowest entry in that, and I think that's a little bit to do with the Nations Cup they had in Ireland last weekend. A lot of the horses that were coming here went to that Nations Cup instead. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing, but hopefully it's just a blip and they'll all be back next year.
And what you've got is so many classes of competition here. How difficult is that, first of all, for you as the course designer, to make sure that actually you've got that sort of those sections that cater for all abilities?
Yeah, I mean there's rules and regulations for every section, and the Corinthian Cup, which is for the amateur riders, and the retraining of racehorses, I mean they go over the smallest of the courses, and then the Novice Championship goes over an intermediate course, and then the advanced class and the Open Championship over an advanced course. So it's obviously the heights are different, the spreads are different, but also the technicality. So the lower the level, the less technical, and the riders then have more time to make the adjustments between fences.
But it means you've got to make fences pretty wide, but I suppose you're used to that after so many years.
It's sort of my job, because I just don't do it here, I do it all around the world. So.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of this place being special, obviously Saturday's one of the days that really draws in the spectators and the public. What is it about Saturday here at Gatcombe that makes it so special?
I think Saturday and Sunday, it's a great day out for the family. Ever since the Princess and I started it up back in the 1980s, we tried to make it a family day out. So it's not just the horses and the cross country, it's the trade stands and all the attractions we put on in the afternoon in the arena here. And so it's a bit of a hackneyed phrase, but there really is sort of something for all the family, each member of the family. So if one member doesn't like this bit, then go and watch another bit.
And the way that it's grown over the years, I mean, when you started it back in 1980-something with the Princess, could you believe that all these years later you'd still be doing this and that it would be as it is now?
I'm not sure I would have started it. No. We started it just to try to put something back in the sport, and it's grown and grown and grown, and now it's the festival with championships at every level. And the sport was my hobby, and then it became my sport, and then my profession. And so even though I'm 70 now, I'm still involved across the board at all parts of the sport. And so it's nice to be able to do something here in my own backyard. Yeah.
And not
Princess's front yard.
and not looking to sort of pass on the reins of course designing. You still got a few more courses left in you yet?
Yeah, no, I'm due to go on for a little bit. You know, I think I'm coming to the end of my time, but no, at the moment I still feel I'm at the top of my game, and I don't see any reason to stop. But I will be cutting back, you know, soon.
You can be passing on those reins. What sort of feedback do you get from the riders? Because obviously that's probably so important to you.
I've always listened to the riders because I think that's important to get that feedback. But I think the riders also have a respect and actually a trust in what I do. And if they've got that confidence in me and the problems I give them, you know, up to now that's been a good recipe.